My beloved child, I see you. I see the battle within your heart, the endless nights when sleep escapes you, and your mind runs like a wild storm. I see the burdens you carry, the pain you mask behind your smile, the questions you're too afraid to ask anyone else. I see the moments you whisper in the dark, God, where are you? And I want you to know I am here. I have always been here. I have never left you. And today, I am calling you to let go. Let go of the weight you were never meant to carry. Let go, and let me take control. I know you've been taught to be strong, to hold on, to fix everything yourself. But child, that strength you cling to is what's keeping you bound. You were not created to carry the world on your shoulders. You were created to lean on me, to trust me, to follow me even when the path is dark. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11:28. There's a story I want to remind you of. A man named Peter. Peter loved me. He walked with me, but in a moment of testing, he doubted. When he saw me walking on water, Peter asked, Lord, if it's you, tell me to come to you on the water. And I said, come. Peter stepped out of the boat, out of his comfort zone, out of the place of safety, and he walked on water. But when he saw the wind and waves, he was afraid and began to sink. And immediately, I reached out my hand and caught him. Matthew 14:28-31. That's what letting go looks like. Stepping out even when it makes no sense. Trusting me when you can't see the ground beneath your feet. And when you start to sink, because you will sometimes. I'll be right there to catch you. I won't let you drown. I never have, and I never will. You've held on so tightly to relationships, to jobs, to dreams, to your own plans, believing that if you just try harder, if you just work more, if you just pray longer, things will change. But listen to me. Some things aren't meant to be fixed by your hands. Some battles are mine alone. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Exodus 14:14. Remember, Israel standing before the Red Sea, with Pharaoh's army chasing them. Fear gripped their hearts. They cried out, not knowing which way to turn. And through Moses, I told them, do not be afraid, stand firm, and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring you today. Exodus 14:13. The sea did not part because they fought harder. It parted because they let me take control. You see, child, you keep trying to drive your own life, but you were never meant to be the driver. I am the way, the truth, and the life. John 14:6. I know every road, every storm, every valley, and every mountain. And if you'll just release your grip and let me steer, you'll find peace unlike anything you've known before. I know it's hard. I know fear whispers that if you let go, everything will fall apart. But here's the truth. Some things need to fall apart so I can rebuild them. Unless a kernel of wheat falls to the ground and dies, it remains only a single seed. But if it dies, it produces many seeds. John 12:24. Some things must be surrendered, buried, and released so new life can spring forth. I see the tears you hide, the way you pretend you're okay. I see how you push through, pretending strength while your heart shatters. You were never meant to live this way. Cast all your anxiety on me because I care for you. 1 Peter 5-7. Let me tell you about Job, a man who lost everything, his wealth, his children, his health. Everyone turned on him. And yet he said, though he slay me, yet will I hope in him. Job 13:15. And in the end, I restored Job's fortunes and gave him twice as much as before. Job 42:10. Job's story wasn't about loss. It was about trust. It was about letting go when nothing made sense and holding on to me when the pain screamed louder than hope. Child, the reason you're so exhausted is because you're trying to carry what was never yours to carry. You hold the pieces of broken dreams, lost relationships, and unanswered prayers like shards of glass cutting your hands, refusing to release them because you fear what life would look like without them. But if you'll just let them go, you'll find that my hands are strong enough to hold both you and your broken pieces. There's a man named Abraham. I asked him to leave everything he knew to go to a land I would show him. Genesis 12:1. Not a detailed map, not a guarantee of comfort, just a promise. And because he let go, because he trusted me, Abraham became the father of many nations. Genesis 17:5. His blessing was tied to his obedience. Child, your blessing is tied to your surrender. Stop fighting battles I never called you to fight. Stop chasing people I never sent to stay. Stop clinging to doors I've closed. I close doors to protect you. I remove people to heal you. I withhold certain things to bless you in ways you've not yet imagined. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11. I know it hurts. Letting go is never easy, but what waits on the other side is greater than what you're clinging to now. You can't embrace the new if your hands are full of the old. Look at Joseph, betrayed by his brothers, thrown into a pit, sold into slavery, falsely accused, imprisoned. Every moment, it seemed like things were falling apart. But what you call falling apart, I call falling into place. You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done. Genesis 50:20. Joseph let go of bitterness, of revenge, of control, and in doing so, stepped into a destiny he couldn't have scripted. I need you to trust me like that, even when the nights are long, even when prayers go unanswered, even when you don't understand. I am working in ways you cannot see. Think of the cross. My son hung there broken and bleeding. To the world, it looked like defeat, but it was victory in disguise. Through death came life. Through loss came salvation. For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son. John 3:16. What if what you're losing is making room for what you've been praying for? What if the closed door is a divine detour leading you to the promise? I promise, child, no eye has seen, no ear has heard, no human mind has conceived the things I have prepared for those who love me. 1 Corinthians 2:9. But you must let go. Let go of fear. Let go of control. Let go of timelines. Let go of how you thought life should look. My ways are higher than your ways. My thoughts than your thoughts. Isaiah 55:9. I am not asking you to figure it out. I am asking you to trust me. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight. Proverbs 3:5-6. You were never alone in that valley. I was the fourth man in the fire with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Daniel 3:25. I shut the mouths of lions with Daniel. Daniel 6:22. I parted seas, moved mountains, healed the sick, raised the dead. Is anything too hard for me? I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. Hebrews 13:8. And if I did it before, I will do it again. But you must let go. Let go so you can live. I love you, child. I love you more than words can say. I have numbered every hair on your head. Luke 12:7. I have written your name on the palm of my hand. Isaiah 49:16. You are mine. This storm will not last forever. This valley is not your home. The pain has a purpose, and the tears you've cried, I have collected in a bottle. Psalm 56:8. Joy is coming. Weeping may stay for the night, but rejoicing comes in the morning. Psalm 30:5. Hold on to me, even if by a thread, even if all you have left is a whisper of hope. I will carry you. Let go, child, and let God take control.